Hi everyone, welcome back to my Animal Crossing New Horizons series, Happy Home Paradise DLC. This is part 7. In the last episode, we made a lot of progress to the point where we are now able to add pillars as well as island counters while designing the house. We're also able to go ahead and have a roommate for an animal house that we have designed, which I think is super nice. Anyway, we are going to continue and make some progress today. I do want to go ahead and design around 2 houses in this episode, and we are gonna do that. Anyway, here we are. We are on the Paradise Island, and as usual, Niko is here to invite us. As for today, we do have a couple interesting animals. Alright, that guy is definitely gonna come. Ooh, we have a duck villager. This is the first duck villager I'm seeing on this island. I do have Bill, but Bill is from my amiibo cards, not really from the island. So it's pretty cool. I think I will go ahead and invite Mallory as well. I am going around the island just to make sure that I will pick up today's message bottle. I am actually collecting all the DIY recipes for this game for the very first time. So I will try to actually find it. Maybe it's at the back of the island. I'll actually go there later. Let me go to the main building, talk to Lottie first, and then go from there. Forgot to mention this, but in the last episode, we also learned from Wardell that we can actually select different sounds for different rooms, which I thought was a cool idea. Maybe I will give it a try today. Apparently, Wardell has more to say. Alright, Niko is actually trying to find some DIY materials, which I think I'll be able to give. I do not have too much, considering that I did just do my 5-star island, but I do have a couple of them left, so let's see what we have to give. Other than that, here is a decorative pillar, which is a new item for me, so I did buy it. After reading the instruction in the box, apparently we had to give a couple of tree branches, which is what I have done now. I think, it took 30 tree branches, which is pretty fine. Tree branches are pretty easy to find on the island, so they are kind of disposable. Now that this is done, I'll actually head back down. I think we might have some updates the next time we come back to the main building. So right now I will focus on either finding a roommate for another animal or trying to design a house. After talking to Lottie, we are back in our uniform. I am thinking of changing this one since I have been using this uniform for quite a few episodes. And since we do have more options now available, I'll be able to maybe change it. Either way, for today's episode, this is gonna be my uniform. While looking around the island, I actually found the message bottle, which is right here, and it does have a new log recipe. This is log round table, and I'm pretty happy to have it. Let me quickly check it out. I think that was the last of the log recipes. If not, I will still wait for a couple of days and see which recipe I have missed. Right now, I made my way back to Julia's house. This is the house that I created, I think, in my second episode. Back then, we didn't really have the feature of adding pillars or expanding the room. I don't think we had an option to add a upstairs. So this house is pretty small right now. I think it's time for a makeover or a redesigning of this house. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and do that. I'm also thinking of adding a roommate for this one. So hopefully I will be able to find one. Well, here is the final result of her house. I actually gave her 2 bedrooms downstairs. I think the bedrooms are identical right here, but it does have a living room as well as a bathroom. This one I did add more pillars as well as more partitions in between. I think this is one of the most intricate designs I have done. I also used the island counters right there. It's a bit difficult to use because you have to be in a certain angle to actually use it. But it does look pretty cool. Now that we have updated her downstairs, I also decided to go ahead and add a upstairs room for her house, since she is a musician and we do need musical instruments. Maybe this room upstairs is the one where I can actually add it. Well, here is the upstairs room. I've just made this kind of like a storage room more than a musician room. The main reason for this is I did go back outside and saw that I do have all the instruments outdoors. So I don't really want to actually copy that indoors here. So this is going to be kind of a library or a office room for either Julia here or her roommate. I've also gone and named this house Music Mansion. The main reason for this is that I do have another villager that I can actually invite. Right now, here's the preview. I'm gonna just be quiet since we do have this beautiful music. Well, now that the preview is over, I can actually go ahead and head back. Unfortunately, the dialogue tree doesn't open here for me to ask her on a roommate. So I do have to go back and come back to her house, ask her on it, and then go to the island. I know it's a bit confusing now that I am saying it, but I will actually see you guys back on the island trying to find her roommate. Alright, here we are. We do have Niko once again right here talking to Julia, but we do have to find her roommate. In this case, I actually found a perfect roommate. It's actually Octavian. He did have the idea of having a musical house as a vacation house. So I'm gonna have him be roommates with Julia. This is super exciting since I did actually redesign Julia's house. And it can actually accommodate two of these villages with ease. Anyway, let's see if they both are compatible. If they are, it will be super cool. I don't really have to redesign, even though I have done it right now. I could have waited a bit more and actually called Octavian back first before I designed her house. But we are not going to do that. Also, the more you remodel or redesign a house, the more amount of Poki you do get. I did get around 6,000 for just remodeling and 12,000 for adding in upstairs. Now that we are back here and added a new roommate, I think I'll be getting more Poki for this one as well. This is an easier way to get more Poki. Anyway, I'm actually not going to do anything. I'm just going to say it's ready because it is perfect. And alright, she has actually accepted it, so we are good. This is definitely an easier way to get more Poki and use it to buy more furnitures. We do get another preview, but I'm gonna skip it since I didn't do any changes for the outdoors. I am back in the headquarters and we actually get paid for this one. It is 12,000 Poki, which is really cool. As you can see, the amount of Poki I have has increased because I keep going back to different villager houses and redesigning them. I actually have a bit more time, so let's go ahead and redesign another animal house. In this case, I do have to check out if any of these animals that I have here have a similar idea as an animal that I have already designed a house for. So let's look around. I'm not really sure what he meant by a giant ball rolling around. That is very vague. Alright, okay, Mallory does like a hot spring, which I think I'll be able to facilitate. Let me go ahead and see which house we can actually help her with. I think the eco-friendly one is better. This is a house which I did design offline and didn't really show too much of it, but that is just the photo I have. I might be able to remodel or redesign the house to accommodate two different animals. Anyway, let's make our way here and talk to Matilda. This is the entrance of her house. It's a pretty small area, but I did add a couple of items that I was able to kind of fit. Her house theme is actually eco-friendly environment, which I thought was super cool. So I did give her a lot of plants and flowers inside her house. It does have around a room, but I definitely do have to remodel it first. I might be able to add a upstairs for this house, but let's see what we can actually do with the downstairs. Now this house does not have a bedroom, so Matilda does not sleep. I have given her a very huge kitchen as well as a front room, a special dining area as well, and a small bathroom, but not a bedroom. I think I'll be able to actually give her a upstairs room with 2 bedrooms over there, so that we can actually give space for Mallory and Matilda. Well, it took me around 20 minutes, but here is the bedroom. There are 2. The wall is actually in a zigzag shape, so it does divide the room in half. We have 2 bedrooms, one in each side, and each of these bedrooms are designed according to the animals that are going to stay here. So the left side has more of a jacuzzi bathtub with a fireplace, which I thought was really nice. That is for Mallory, and the other side is for Matilda, of course. I've also kept a theme of eco-friendly as well as a lot of plants in this one, but that is all on redecorating this house. Now that we do have this house ready, I can actually go ahead and ask Matilda for a roommate and then invite Mallory here. Let me go ahead and do that. It did take me some time to go back and forth, but here we are trying to find a roommate for Matilda. Here is Mallory. Let's talk to her. Hopefully they both do get along. I'm still not sure if you can have animals where they do suggest that they can't be roommates. I'm not really sure if that is a scenario, but I'm hoping that one of these days I'll be able to try that out. Maybe I do have to invite an animal with 2 different views, and that might actually happen. In this case, both of them are pretty happy. We're actually agreeing to be roommates, which is really good. I guess we'll be heading back to the house, and I'm hoping that they will actually like my design. I'm actually trying to do different designs for each of this house to kind of explore the different things I can actually do with this DLC. So I will try to make unique houses. If you have a unique idea for a house that I have not tried yet, please let me know in the comment section, and I'm happy to kind of try that design out. Anyway, here we are back at the house. Let's go ahead and head inside. Here is the main room, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and go upstairs because that is the new room that we just designed. I also wonder if we can have more than one roommate in a house. Maybe this is possible. I definitely have to try it out. The one thing that I do keep missing every single time I redesign is actually adding rugs, which is something I'm doing right now. I think I haven't done this one for the other houses as well. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this preview right here. Well, that's all I had for today. I did redecorate and redesign 2 different houses, added 2 new animals to another house as roommates, which I thought was a really cool idea. I hope we'll get more and more of the story as we go forward. I mean, there's definitely something happening. After all, we are actually designing some facilities on the island. So definitely we have a couple of them to complete. Anyway, here we are back on the headquarters, and I think that is all for today. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to support me more in a personal way, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.